Welcome to Assembly Festival. Please turn your mobile phones to silent. After the show, check out edfest.com to leave a review and for exclusive offers for the best shows on the Fringe from 7 of the major venues. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Gros and Gras, please welcome to the stage, Crawley!
Please welcome retired filmmaker George Lucas.
Hello, I'm George Lucas, creator of Star Wars. Boy, we've been here a month, huh? Oh, just give me a second. Okay. So Crawley has been working double duty. I'm not going to mention any struck work, but Crawley has been working on a series on a streamer that came out this week. So there's some typos in the crawl. And of course, Crawley came out with the wrong crawl initially. It's just like keeping track of all the shows. And Watto is not here. Well, I should have come last week. We had a lot of shows here. But a runner-up, we have Patrick. What a great intro I gave you. Oh, I requested this. It's a special microphone.
Hello? Hello?
Don't do that, Patrick.
Oh, we start the month with booze when I come out, and we end it with booze. So it felt appropriate.
Is everyone having a good Fringe still? Who here came out to see George Prov earlier tonight? All right,
No.
3 more shows. I want to stress this. The next 3 nights, I'm going to be doing an improv show that's just me on stage called George Prov. It's at 5:55.
For an hour.
For an
by
hour.
yourself.
But just me.
Yeah.
And it's already... What? It was great. Thank you. Are you the Scotsman? What do you say? Yes, shinty.
Yes.
It's a Scottish and Gaelic sport in which one person dies in each game. It's a callback. But anyway, I would appreciate if you can't come to the show, please tell everyone you know about it, because we put a lot of money into the billions of dollars worth of technology it takes to pull this show off.
Especially Sunday, because it's not, George, it's not your birthday.
No, but there's a person working on the show behind the scenes,
Yes.
and it's their birthday, and there were 4 tickets sold last
Yes.
he checked. That's not a way to turn 48. Okay? You can climb the mountain later, after the show. It's perfect time. Climb the mountain at 7. Yeah, watch a show, rest up, rest your muscles, and then climb the mountain. All right? It's right by the mountain. All right. Patrick, how are you?
I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm having fun. But also, I think it's time to go home. You know?
Yeah.
It's one of those.
Not yet. I need you behind the scenes for George Prov.
I know. Tuesday.
Yeah.
Right.
For those of you who were here last week, I apologize for repeating this, but I want everyone to be on the same page about this. I'm going through some stuff at the moment. Recently, I found out that I do not own my own driveway. Let's see the news item, please. My dead neighbors, turns out that their heirs, through a zoning glitch, own the driveway to my home. So I'm suing them, and I will win, because it's my driveway. It doesn't go to anywhere except my home.
I mean, it really worked out this month because you weren't there.
Yes.
So you didn't have to use it.
It's great. It's the month I've perhaps used my driveway the least.
Yes.
So it's like, if they want to have a picnic on it, they can do it every day. But when I get back, I would like my own driveway back.
What happens Tuesday when you get back?
I'm going to drive up that driveway real fast.
Oh, boy. Real fast so they don't notice you, or just because you want to
Real
drive?
fast, regardless of what is on the driveway, because it's my driveway and it's supposed to be empty. So if they're on it, that was not my fault. Let's bring out the guests,
I would
Patrick.
love to. Ladies and gentlemen, we got 3 great guests tonight. Please welcome to the stage Zach Zimmerman, Courtney Pauroso, and Bronté Barbé. Oh my gosh, hello. It's so good to see you. Hello. Hi, come on, sit down, come join. Grab your mics. Let's make sure they all work. Great, we got 1. Great, we got 2. Great.
Did you do yours?
Just making sure.
Great, so we all have it.
Yeah.
All right. Now we have it. Welcome to the show. I have to ask, how are you all holding up? Is it exhausting? Are you exhausted?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Pretty tired.
Yeah.
I've seen both of your shows. I'm sorry. I can't do everything.
That hurts, George. I feel like I cheated. I just got in on Sunday and I only did 5, so I'm coming in when everyone else is tired.
I know. I was very busy this week.
Yeah, no, I understand.
I've been dealing with this
The
driveway
location.
situation.
Yeah.
Tell me you're making jokes?
I did. Mine was the least put together. It was just a work in progress. 5
Jokes
shows.
take a lot of putting together. Don't sell yourself short.
I know.
They give prizes out for jokes here.
It's true.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna win next year.
You do?
Yeah, something like I'm a vegetarian magician. I do plant-based magic. That's in the genre that wins.
Right.
The shows are like, I haven't slept in 14 years, and
Yeah.
this is my real story, and then what wins is a pun.
I know one format, because next year I'm coming back with the show called I Don't Own My Driveway.
Spoiler.
But I might change the title to The Real Story of Star Wars or something like that, because I think one of the formulas I think is a real winning formula is you start the show, everyone comes to see, the real story of Star Wars, and then about halfway through you're like, I don't own my driveway. Not even halfway. Sometimes like 30 seconds in, you're
Yeah.
like, here you are for the real story of Star Wars. But first, let me tell you about my driveway. And then the whole hour is just driveway material. But the door is there. And it's like, you can leave, but everyone will see you. And I will comment on it. You play a droid.
Yes, I
A robot.
Yes.
A sex robot.
A sex robot.
My biographer, not an official biographer, unauthorized biographer, said that my first wife said that I was sexually unadventurous. But I've made many movies about robots. Can you tell me a little bit about what interested you in doing a show about a robot?
I like the physicality. It was really fun for me to just pretend to be a robot. It's very stupid. And then also
I don't think it's stupid.
Oh, you don't?
I've paid many people to pretend to be robot, not for sex. Anthony Daniels,
Oh, we could work something out.
Kenny Baker. I'm happily married.
I know.
But I did once make out with Linda Ronstadt for 6 hours on an airplane. Not a joke, it's a fact. You have a lot of practical effects in your show. Mm-hmm. And you have reveals, because there's some of the robot I don't mean to spoil, but you should have already seen it. Did you make the costume, the equipment?
I did. I got the bikini from like a Hollywood stripper store, and then my cousin, who's a hobbyist electrician, helped me rig up fairy lights that also light up LED lights in my tits. But they're very finicky and they break often, and it's a huge pain in the ass, to be honest. And there is a better way that I have not figured out.
Digital, CGI it.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, you should make it a movie and fix it later.
Yeah.
I also saw your show,
Yeah.
which is it's a murder mystery musical comedy.
Yes.
So I've also have experience in this territory because it also deals with media. Like it's about a crime podcast, but then you get caught up in a real murder.
Yeah, it goes viral. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's very exciting. It's over in the Underbelly, so it's the big. I didn't even realize it was a venue. I thought it was a ride.
Yeah, we
Because
have
it's
that a
just a
lot.
big
yeah.
inflatable cow, but there's a theater inside it that you get inside, and it's more air conditioned than a lot of the real theaters. Yeah, it was very comfortable. But I made a movie called Radioland Murders. It was about a series of murders taking place at a radio station, and and it has musical numbers. And so watching this felt very familiar.
Yeah.
How fun is it to do the show?
Great question.
What?
Good lead-off question.
really good.
Yeah. Starting strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. I'd say like 9 out of 10 fun all the time, and then 10 out of 10 quite a lot of the time.
But never below 9?
Never.
So you've never really had a bad show or a bad experience doing a good show? Because sometimes with theater, the performers can be having a bad time. The audience doesn't realize, because at there's a professional show has a very high floor, doesn't it? Do we find that? Is that true?
Yeah.
In terms of like, your worst night will be imperceptible to most audiences as a bad night because you know what you're doing. So even on a night where you're like, everything's going wrong, the audience is loving it.
Yeah, this is like a 3% at the top where you're like, fuck, it's a really shit show.
Yeah.
It's like 97, and there's like a tiny bit where it's like an amazing show, but it feels crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it's appropriate to have so much fun about murder? That's one of the questions that.
Yeah.
That's one of the. It's
Yeah,
one
this
of the
is the
questions that the show raises, while also being a fun show about murder.
Yeah, it's like right on the edge.
Right.
Our writer's in tonight, actually. He said he was coming. So.
The writer.
I hope he's here anyway. John?
Writer.
No, oh, there he is. Yeah. So
John.
I guess
we've
this is a
chatted about
question
this a
for
lot.
you, John.
Yeah, that's what I thought, actually. I mean,
Now, I've made a lot of movies either about or
yes,
allegorically having, like, fun movies where the Nazis are the bad guys. And sometimes that's considered inappropriate, like to have kind of a fun popcorn theme park ride movie but it's the Third Reich, which is serious. Right? So, John, what do you lose sleep at night thinking about that?
No.
That was a no?
Yeah.
Yes? Is that a yes to the second question or the first?
The yes was a yes to the second question about the first one.
So the yes was to the no. Got it. Thank you, John.
Yeah.
Thank you, John.
Did you see Dial of Destiny?
Yeah, I saw it.
That's a Nazi villain as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Nazis are bad.
They're bad.
They're not gonna show up as the heroes in Indiana Jones.
But this one had a fun twist with the Nazi, I thought.
Yeah, that he lived in Alabama and he hated it.
Do your impression, George.
What?
Do your.
I'm not going back to Alabama. Funniest line in any movie I've seen in a long time. The thought of returning to Alabama was worse than anything to this. This Nazi would rather go to Nuremberg than back to Alabama. I'm not going back to Alabama. It makes me want to see a movie just about the decade or so that Nazi spent in Alabama, where he's just like, I hate it here. They should have won the war. I never want to go to Alabama. Did you like Dial of Destiny?
I had fun, yeah.
Why did your voice go up so high?
Well, I'm a gay man, so I use that
It's not
to
that.
suggest.
No,
okay.
don't use that. Don't use that. Your voice went up high because part of you didn't like it, or you feel like you shouldn't like it.
Oh, that's interesting.
See? The questions get better once they get warmed up.
Yeah. Are you having fun? How did you feel about this movie?
Yeah. Do you have fun telling jokes?
No.
Because the fun is for the audience.
Yeah.
The suffering is for the comedian.
You know it too well.
Yeah. It's hard making art.
If I'm feeling bad, you're gonna feel bad, though.
Wait, are you talking to me?
What? The audience.
Yes. Now, you like to torment the audience a little bit.
Well,
Or tease.
Tease.
Yes.
Tease to torment.
The T levels.
Yeah. T levels.
When I was in the audience of your show, I genuinely was terrified because there was a point where you started getting interactive with the audience. And I thought, oh no, the time has come for retired filmmaker George Lucas to be pulled on stage in a sex robot play. And I could sort of see, like, has it all been leading to this?
Honestly, it was a missed opportunity now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, but the thing is, I understand the way the robots work.
How's that?
Well, some robots are intuitive, and some robots are not intuitive. That's how robots work.
Which kind am I?
You're intuitive in the show.
Okay, good.
Because your robot is learning, which is part of the excitement of the show, is that we see many different levels. At first, when it started, I thought, oh, I know what this robot is. And then a few minutes later, I thought, I'm not sure that I know what this robot is. Many minutes later, I thought, I definitely don't know what this robot is. And then it sort of went back and forth with those three levels. And sometimes I was terrified, and sometimes I was delighted, but I was never bored.
That's good.
Yeah. Because a boring robot show is bad.
And we've seen so many this month. Boring robot shows. Fringe is chock
Is it okay
full
if
of
I talk in any detail about your show, or are you worried about spoilers?
Whatever. It's almost over.
All right. There's a second robot that shows up. And tonight in the show, that robot did something that was so fucking delightful.
Oh, yes.
And I don't think it was on purpose.
George and I were laughing for minutes.
I think it was on purpose, but tell me what you thought.
Is that robot supposed to crash and completely fall apart on the way out?
Oh my God, it was
That's
so
on purpose?
Yeah, it's on
It's
purpose.
the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Good.
Go see the show. I'm unbelievably impressed that is on purpose. It was so fast. Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I love things that are fast.
Yes.
I wanted to be a race car driver when I was a kid, and then I got broadsided by a car, and I was in the hospital, and my lungs were hurt, and all this stuff. And then I gave up on my dream of being a race car driver. But I do drive fast, still.
You made pod racing.
That's right. All my movies have fast things in them because I like fast stuff. So when that little robot leaves the stage so fast and it completely crashes, I think into an audience member, it looked like. Is it just the side of the thing?
Yeah, yeah.
And it. I don't have a question at the end of it. It's just a compliment. It was so funny.
Well, I'm glad you liked it. It is on purpose, and I'm glad you thought it was an accident.
Yeah, because you also are very good at reacting to, because you have audience members who are unpredictable, and you have people who are occasionally, there are audience members who like to yell things out, and you had a great way of dealing with them. Now, your show is a very tight machine. Like, because you've got a full band, and if the audience doesn't seem like...
Guys, come on in.
Yeah, come on in.
Come on in. No,
It's
no,
okay.
don't feel ashamed. Come in.
No shame.
It's okay.
No shame. It's good that you're here.
We love you.
Wow.
Jeez. It's
Patrick.
been a long month.
Do you have audience members try to interact with your show at all? Or are people...
Not really. Not this time.
Not
round.
this time.
We've had some really awkward moments where I don't want to ruin the ending, but we used to be across the road at Summer Hall in a tent, and it was really tight, and you couldn't leave once you were in. That was it.
Yeah.
And right at the end, there's a big sequence that happens,
Yeah.
and an audience member had to sneak past, and somebody was holding a giant machete, and they were sort of like, ooh. And then it was pointed at them.
Right.
Yeah, I can't ruin it, the show.
No, don't ruin
But you know
it.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So, no, audience participation is not welcomed.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I had a scene in, I don't want to mention struck work, but I had a scene in one of my movies where a guy was holding machetes and the other guy just shoots him.
Dangerous, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if that's helpful.
I'll take it back. Oh!
Intuitive robot. Which movie? Wait, is that a... Did you do Indiana Jones?
What?
Did you do Indiana Jones?
You asked him about one of those movies.
Just because it was fresh in my mind.
That was just a coincidence?
I thought it'd be... Kind of.
What are you at? What's the question?
Did you do Indiana Jones's? I thought that was Steven Spielberg.
My buddy Steve
okay.
directed. Well, sometimes someone will write a movie and then someone else will direct it.
Oh,
and sometimes
okay.
those people are friends.
Oh, fun.
Sometimes, let's go through. Do you have a best friend?
Yeah.
Name
You ever work together on something with your best
No.
friend? Never? All right. How about you? You have a best friend?
Oh yeah.
You ever work together on something?
We worked together on my show.
All right.
1 for 1.
Do you have a
Tiebreaker.
Do you have a best friend?
I do.
You ever work together on something?
Yeah.
All right. It's very common.
Patrick?
Patrick?
Yeah.
Do you have a best friend?
Yeah.
Do you work with them?
Do we work together?
We're
Yeah, you
I
can't
knew
count.
I get it. I knew I
Can't
get it.
count both
Yeah.
votes. This
What?
is- You don't both count. If
No,
you,
no.
He's not your best friend.
No.
Hold on. Let me explain something to you. You can be someone's best friend.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that they are your best friend.
Oh no.
You guys booed me when I came out. You cannot play both sides of this.
But you wouldn't expect me to tell Steve I found a new best friend.
No. I think you see me more than Steve, though.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, Steve's busy. He's got a lot going on. Even Steve's biggest failures, like Steve opened a submarine sandwich shop once.
Yeah. Dive?
Failed,
Yeah.
failed miserably.
Yeah.
That's more than you got going on.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
It's not an insult. He's one of the most successful
I know.
people in human history. What I'm saying is, a super successful person gets to a level where when they start failing,
Yeah.
those failures can't possibly even dip down to the level of normal
Yeah.
person success.
Yeah.
So the biggest success you could ever have in your life would never be as big as Steven Spielberg's failed submarine sandwich shop.
I mean, we almost sold out tonight. That's pretty good. I knew I'd get it again.
Yeah. So we worked on some movies together. Yeah. Now, I owe you an apology.
I forgive you.
But I think I'm gonna balance it because I have your book here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that?
It's available.
But where specifically?
I asked Patrick to get it for me.
Amazon.co.uk.
Okay.
Yeah.
I signed up for UK Amazon Prime, got it here very quickly, and then canceled Amazon UK Prime.
So I have to admit, I haven't read your book yet.
That's okay. You didn't see my show too, so it's
Right.
manageable.
But I don't think you read my book either. Did you read my book?
Star Wars from the Adventures of Luke Skywalker, George Lucas.
Yeah.
When did you write this compared to the first film?
Oh, this was around the same time.
Oh, okay.
Also, I didn't really write it. I just put my name on it. Like, I came up with the story, but I didn't write the novel. But they thought it'd be a better idea, and I was like, yeah, it sounds like a better idea.
Do you remember your book? Can I do a little game with your book?
You want to do a little game with my book?
Yeah.
I don't know what it means, so I'm going to say yes.
I think if you know your book really well, you'll be able to finish a random sentence.
Yeah. Bear in mind, I'm 79 years old.
Will you say stop?
Stop.
All right. Courtney, will you say stop?
Stop.
We're sending a squad up, the voice announced suddenly. Han could almost smell the suspicion at the other end. What to say? He spoke more eloquently with the business end of a pistol.
No, we're fine up here. We're fine. How are you?
Very close. Negative. We have an energy leak.
Keep going, though.
Give us a few minutes to lock it down. Large leak, very dangerous.
Keep going. I feel like you're around that part, though.
Did we paraphrase?
Weapon malfunctioning, energy leak. Who is this? What's your operating? Pointing his pistols at the panel, solo, blue, blah, 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 blah.
Interesting how literature can be different from cinema. The subtext is the same, though.
You know, you're a fan of subtext.
Yeah, you gotta have it. Otherwise, the text is meaningless. It's like a body with no bones. You like a body with no bones? Nobody does. Unless you're a cannibal, I guess. A cannibal might like a body with no bones. It'd be very easy. Don't need to debone.
It'd be like a flan.
Yeah. If one feasted on human flesh, a boneless person would be something quite a convenient delight.
Yeah, like a salmon fillet.
Yeah,
Good to go.
like a salmon fillet, good to go.
You say fillet.
Fillet.
Yeah,
That's fascinating.
yeah. If you go to McDonald's here, it's a fillet of fish.
Fillet of fish.
Yeah,
We say fillet.
Yeah.
yeah. We be fancy like Applebee's.
This is going to be a
Are you
nightmare to edit.
co-opting the end of Courtney's show by having that robot kill itself off stage?
It really is like its own character in the show. This little,
At this point,
yeah.
I'm gonna knock it over again.
Do you say fillet?
Yeah.
Do you say fillet or fillet?
I say fillet.
Fillet.
Yeah,
Oh, that's good. What about you, Patrick?
Fillet.
All right. Do you think you'll start saying fillet?
If you want me to.
I do.
Okay.
Great.
There. Now, do you feel more comfortable now?
I do, thank you.
All right.
I do, because now she's the odd one out.
What do you make jokes about?
Situations. And my family, and dating, and religion.
Big topics.
Little-
Serious topics, which means they're prime for comedy.
Someone told me American comedy is making a big deal out of small things. British comedy is making taking the piss out of big things. And I don't know if these suggest that might be 15% true.
So American comedy is making a big deal out of small things.
Yeah,
But British comedy is about making.
taking the piss out of big
big
things, like
things.
religion, like
Well, okay, my buddy Steve made a movie called 1941. It's a comedy about World War II. Pretty big. It's kind of the A-side, B-side to Saving Private Ryan. I don't think it lines up with your analysis.
Oh, because he's American. We're allowed to do different things.
Oh, yeah.
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 But I'm saying, like, that's the first comedy that came to mind when you said American comedy. But maybe comedy's change. Comedy's always changing.
You're right.
Don't you think?
Totally.
Because comedy involves a certain amount of surprise. And it sort of wears off on us, certain kinds of things. So like for a certain period of time, very mean comedy will be very big, and then people will say, no, let's do very kind comedy. And then that's surprising. And then they say, let's be mean again.
Where do you think we are?
I don't know.
Strays. Strays was out this week.
Strays.
The dog movie?
Yeah.
Thank you.
The dogs are mean in it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bleep this. That's struck work. I'm not here to promote. I'm not here to promote whatever the studios are putting out right now.
Yeah.
I mean, are you with the studios? You one of the streamers? Now they've resorted to sitting in the back row of my show, waiting for the opportunity to just yell an ad. No stars will go to the premiere and like, we'll go to some shows. I'll wait till the end. I'll yell it out. The host will be confused, and then I'll yell a follow-up that explains what I mean. Pencils down. What days do we still have shows? You have shows through Sunday, yeah?
Yeah.
Your show goes through
Sunday.
And what about you?
I finished yesterday.
You're done?
Is this your last
I
show?
don't know. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, we gotta find a way for this to benefit you. I was thinking we were gonna plug your show.
Oh, you can, what?
Well, we plugged your book.
Meeting you is gift enough, George.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But like, what do you have next?
What?
What do you have next? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go to Paris and eat croissants and...
Fillets.
What?
Because it sounds fancy.
Oh, okay. A fillet.
Yeah, go get a fillet.
Yeah.
A French fillet. So now it's just leisure for you.
Oh, yeah.
Or leisure, sorry, leisure. I said leisure. So you just want to promote that now you're living the good life. You came here.
I think we all need to relax, rest.
Did you have a highlight of your shows here at Fringe?
I was in The Hive, which is a nightclub. So I guess the highlight was learning my own tolerance for the smell of vomit.
Were you in that one that is,
Yeah.
it feels like you're in a nuclear reactor?
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels more like...
It's like a bomb shelter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
It's
looks
replica of the submersible that went down a few months ago.
No,
Not the
it's
same
all right.
size, it's
all
blown
right.
up.
It's okay. It's funny. Because I feel like it's so rare that I get to be the person to speak and say, like, you can make the joke. When a billionaire dies in the ocean, it's okay. When a millionaire dies in the ocean, it's funny to a billionaire. Because you're like, he thought he was so rich. Yeah. Yeah, so I give everyone permission to really enjoy what happened. If you want, you don't have to. You can be like, it was sad. Perfectly valid response to a human tragedy. But also, what a crazy situation. Now, so you have shows through Sunday.
I have shows through Sunday, yes.
So that means 2 more shows?
2 more shows, and then I'm going to London to do some shows, like right after this.
A run of shows in London.
At Soho Theatre.
Soho Theatre.
Upstairs, downstairs.
Upstairs.
Upstairs.
Whoa!
Did you just
Very good.
ask her how big her dick was just now live on
I
stage?
think upstairs is the smallest theater.
Yeah, I don't know. We did downstairs.
Is downstairs, wait, downstairs is small.
Yeah.
Ground floor is big? Upstairs, what is it? I don't
know.
understand.
I don't know. I'm in upstairs. I'm
Yeah.
upstairs.
Is there a ground floor theater?
There is one. It's like cabaret tables.
Yeah, that's what we did. The one that had cabaret tables in the
I'm in the
basement.
black box.
Black Box Theater's great. Anyone gonna go to London to see it?
Who lives in London?
Who lives in London?
Oh.
Okay.
2 people.
Wow.
Do you like robots, Londoners?
Great.
You should go see the show.
Go see the show.
Yeah. And where's your show going after Sunday?
We go to Bristol or Vic,
Bristol, Old Vic.
and then Manchester.
It's exciting.
Anyone from Manchester?
Oh, nice.
There's some
This will benefit us all.
The what?
This show will benefit us all.
Yeah, it's great. Were there any other crazy experiences that you had? Sorry. What's the rowdiest audience member you've had in your show?
I get it's a spoiler, but somebody has to come up and spank me when I'm malfunctioning. And it's somebody I've already pre-selected who I want that person to be, but some guy rushed the stage to do it, and I had to be like, no, not you.
Yeah.
That was not that wild, but he really wanted to spank my ass.
Yeah, people come to the theater for all kinds of reasons.
We come to this place to laugh, to spank.
Imagine if they reshot that with that guy running in at one point. And she's like, no, I'm here to watch a movie by myself in my finest outfit. Now, there's an element of a magic trick almost in the way that because you interact with multiple people, but then there's a point where people have had brief interactions and you move on. So by the time you get to, I think, the third person, that person has a certain sense of security, these last for a few seconds and then they're over. But then that person keeps being involved many more times.
Yeah, I give myself a choice of those three that I've talked to.
That's what I want. That's interesting. Yeah. So it could be any of those guys, and it's whoever you get the best feeling off of, a vibe.
Yeah.
And what are you looking for in an audience participant?
Not too eager, not going to try to dominate me because I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Somebody sweet who doesn't really want to do it but is going to do what I say.
Right.
And that the audience will fall in love with ultimately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. It's all the impulses of a storyteller. And there is magic in the show.
Oh, there is a really bad magic trick in the show, yeah.
Fooled me.
Who would you pick of us if we were your 4 audience volunteers?
Great question.
Oh, I mean, you guys would all be good, actually. Nice open faces, you know?
What's that mean?
Yeah, explain that.
You're just you're smiling, you're happy to be here, you know? You're not doing too much. I don't know.
Definitely not doing too much.
Honestly, I'd probably pick Patrick.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Because you're straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's unpack whatever just happened.
I mean, you're a billionaire.
Yeah.
And you're married.
Yeah, you're married. Yeah.
That's right. You don't pick married men?
I have, but it's not the same.
We're getting away from the
Are
subject.
you? She knows I'm not a billionaire and I'm not married.
Yeah.
Right. No ring on those thingies.
Can't tie
Right.
me down.
Are you playing a instrument?
I don't know. I was just showing you no rings.
Is that an upright bass?
I think so, yeah.
That you are sitting in a chair playing?
Playing it like a guitar, but on my lap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many people are in the band in your show? Because you have a full band.
4.
4.
Yeah.
Do the acting, what do you call them? Acting singers, singing actors, performers? Because
Yeah,
musicians are
yeah.
performers too. But what's the cast?
The cast, yeah.
Do the cast?
You're a genius.
Really good.
The actors, singers, actors, performers, singers, performers, the cast.
The cast.
That is the
Do
full
the
title.
cast?
Multi-hyphenates.
Are the cast? What's the relationship like between the cast and the band?
Oh my god, it's great. I mean, last year we didn't have a band at all. We just had
It was
Matthew.
a cappella.
No, sorry. It was close. Oh.
Okay, R2D2, calm down over there.
No, that's a good roast battle. No band last year. Pre-recorded track?
No, last year we just had keys. So Matthew, who is our writer as well, one of the writers who writes the music, he just did piano on his own.
Right.
So it was a lot easier last year because
Right.
it's so slick and quick that we could just make eye contact with Matthew and be like, we're ready to do the song now.
Yeah.
But now there's 4 members of the band. There's
So
a
you have
lot
to look
of
at
players.
all of them.
Yeah, you have to be like, good. No,
And
it's
Matthew
intense.
wrote it with John?
Matthew, are you
John.
here tonight, Matthew? Oh.
No. But
Matthew
yeah, he
and
wrote
John
with
wrote
John.
it?
Yeah, they wrote it together in lockdown.
What's that process like, John? Can I ask it? So what part of the writing process do you do, John?
I co-write the lyrics and I write the script.
All right, I got a great question for you. What comes first, the lyrics or the music? And wait, don't answer. Like, does the music? What I mean by that is, do you get the music first and then you write the lyrics, or do you write the lyrics first and you hand the lyrics to the person who writes the music and they write the music? Or do you write in a room at the same time where you say, here's a few words, they say, here's a few notes, and then here's a few notes, and then here's a few words? Yes?
Yeah, the latter, yeah.
Great.
Wow.
Always wanted to ask that of people who do
process.
songs, because I always wonder that. Do people, because I work with Johnny Williams a lot and there's no lyrics. So I've never needed to ask him which comes first, the music or the music.
Yeah.
But when someone writes lyrics, you have to ask that, because you gotta know which one happened first, right?
Yeah.
And now you know.
Well, only in this case,
True.
that they write them at the same time.
Do you think that's standard, or do you think you guys are weird?
I have no idea.
Great.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, John.
You write your movies first and then add music?
Yeah.
Or is the music, does the music ever come first?
In the case of American Graffiti, yes, because the music was all popular songs. I know you thought you were being clever, but it turns out we're talking about process.
I mean,
It's a
Zach, here's the thing.
serious
This has
conversation.
actually happened twice.
When?
The music came first twice for another movie of yours.
Oh, yeah, Strange Magic.
Yes.
Yeah, which is a jukebox musical that I made. Are you familiar?
No.
All right, it's a jukebox musical that I made about fairies who live in the woods.
Okay. Based on the music of?
My iPod at the time.
This is 2016.
No, but this
George's
conversation.
iPod.
This conversation happened, I think, in 2007.
Sure.
If I recall correctly.
Yeah.
It's a real conversation that has not been made public, except by me. And it's, I was trying to get someone to direct the movie. They didn't really want to, and I said, please direct it. And they said, no. And they said, please direct it. And they said, no. And I was, please. And then I said, I have an idea for how to make it better. And they said, what's that? And I said, well, I have about 200 songs on my iPod. What if we use those? I made it a jukebox musical, and then that person left. And that's a true story. How do I know it's true? Because I experienced part of it.
That is the nature of truth.
Do we like musicals? You like musicals because you're in one.
Yeah, I like them anyway,
Yeah.
but I also like them because I'm in one.
But you also could be in a musical and hate musicals, but be good at it.
True.
Right.
That would be crap, but it could be true.
A lot of people hate their jobs, but
Very
they're
true.
good at them. This isn't your job.
It's a hobby? Oh no. Oh no.
Much rarer when someone hates their hobbies.
Yeah.
Because those are typically entirely at the person's discretion. And largely a sign that the person hates something about themselves. And this is how that manifests. Let's talk about our hobbies. I'm building a museum in Los Angeles.
About an undiscovered artist or someone?
No, it's a Lucas Museum of Narrative Art.
Oh, okay.
This is very real. It's happening
Real bad.
near,
This is
near
real swag.
USC in Los Angeles.
Yeah. And it's about art that tells stories. 'Cause that's what I am at heart. I'm a storyteller. Now, do you tell stories through your jokes?
Yeah.
So you're a storyteller too.
I'd like to think so, yeah.
I like to think that too about you.
You never...
And you write this book, that's stories.
It has stories.
So we're storytellers, you and I.
There's so much in common,
We
George.
do. But I have a best friend already. And you're a storyteller. Your show tells a story.
Yeah.
Is that a term that you use when people say, what do? Do you say, I'm a storyteller?
No.
The description for your show says clowning, absurdist.
Yeah, I
Something like
didn't
that.
pick those, but I sort of identify as a clown.
As a clown?
Yeah. But yeah, which is absurd. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
But you don't think of yourself as a storyteller even though you are.
I've never chosen that word, but I guess I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I am a storyteller.
We're learning so much
You
tonight.
consider yourself a storyteller?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, when I go and watch a show, I'm like, the thing I want is the story, right? And
Yeah.
you don't believe them, you're like, well, I don't care. So I hope so.
Well, now Harrison thinks that he always refers to himself as like a tool, like a craftsman. He's part of telling the story, but he considers himself like he has no interest in being a director. He just wants to act and be a part of telling the story in the best way possible, which I think is a really beautiful way at looking at the job of being a performer, whether it's a singing actor or an acting singer or an acting actor.
Or part
in
of
the
the
cast.
Yes. Yeah.
Now you were, forgive me if I'm wrong about this, you were part of a reality show at one point where people were competing to be Dorothy.
Yes, that's right.
Gasps. Gasps.
Yes, it's true. Yeah.
Dorothy was my mom's name.
Really? Nice.
It's nice.
Yeah.
So when I heard that you were doing that, I know that's not what this show was. I know that it's the most popular Dorothy is the one from The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah,
Gail.
that's the one.
Yeah. And so I knew, but for a half second, when I heard about this, I thought, oh, that's nice. There's a reality show to see who can be George's mom. I knew it wasn't really that. I was just kidding myself, I guess. Okay, stop it.
And what was your mom like?
She was
Because
nice.
maybe Bronté could do like an impression of your mom. You know what I mean? Like she could embody your mom for a second. I just think this would be a great way for this show to,
Yeah.
move on to
story.
the next level.
But it's not exciting if it's not a competition.
What is it?
What was exciting about was that people were competing.
Oh.
You want to have a mommy competition?
Yeah, have the three of them be
Yeah.
your mommy.
Yeah.
This is so easy, George.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what do you need?
What?
What do you need?
I mean, I don't need a lot. I'm a grown man approaching my 80th birthday.
Yeah.
So factor that in. Like, I don't want to be treated like a child.
Okay.
And often when someone is 80, they become the parent to their own 120-year-old parents. Patrick, how should we run this competition? What's a good
Tell
way
us
to
some
run a
stuff
mommy?
about your mother.
What?
Tell us some stuff about your mother.
She was great.
Oh. Okay, well, there we go.
breakdown.
What did you guys like to do together?
Sometimes we go to the movies.
Okay. Do you have any? Did she have any sayings that she would say to you? Any like things you remember her?
Yeah, so she'd say like, let's go to the movies, George.
Okay. Great. So I think the three of them just each need to say, "Let's go to the movies, George," and you'll be like, "Oh, you."
It's not like they mugged me and I'm picking them out of a lineup.
Isn't that
Step forward
what a
and
reality show is,
Step forward
basically?
and say what you heard them say. Yeah, think of a movie. I was born in 1944. World War II was almost at a close. So think about, if you're aware of any movies that came out in the 1950s, this will be part of it. Think of movies that came out around mid-1950s.
Or they could be getting re-released. They could be older.
Yes, but they could be older movies, but it has to be a movie that you know was re-released. Don't just take a wild stab. You know? Don't just mention some obscure old film that you know, and then I find out later it was not re-released in the 1950s at all. If you can think of a movie from the 1950s, any movie at all, and say, here's the way we'll do it. You'll say, let's go to the movies, George. I'll say, what movie are we going to see, Mommy? And then you say the movie, and then we'll move on to the next contestant, all right?
Give them a sec to, get in the headspace, think about it.
A lot of times these shows are good if there's like a suspenseful music. It's like... Beep-beep-boom. Doo-doo-doo.
Did your mom have an accent? May I ask?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Modesto, California. All right. Do you want to go first?
Sure. I don't have to.
Do you want to go last? Who wants to go first? Part of the game.
I'm not
This is
going.
part
Don't look
of,
at me.
This is
Oh.
part of how the game will be judged.
Oh, right,
Is I have a preference.
That's how judging works.
No, but I'm not saying whether it's best to go first or last.
Oh, I
You won't find out, but it's me trusting your instincts. Yeah.
Who wants to go middle?
I'll go middle.
Great. Oh.
Okay. Right, okay, I'll go first.
Oh, George, we got one.
George. Honey, we're gonna go see Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
What movie are we going to go see?
I don't even know if that's from the 50s. Is that from the 50s?
It's from the 30s, but they had to
It's
have
quite
re-released it.
close.
They had to
Yeah, re-release, okay.
re-release. You're good.
Do you want it again the same?
What again, the same, Mommy? I'm scared. Why is this conversation going in this order?
Okay. George,
Yes, Mommy.
do you want to go to the movies? We're gonna get popcorn.
I like popcorn. What movie are we going to see, Mommy?
Say it. Just say it.
We're going to see Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Very good.
Great. Great.
George, dear. This dry desert heat in Modesto, California has got me really craving some air conditioning. I want that air conditioning so bad. Why don't we go see Some Like It Hot, even though I want it to be cool?
What movie are we going to see?
Was that the 40s? 60s?
No, 50s.
Oh.
You're good.
Oh, we're gonna go see Some Like It Hot. Oh, were we supposed to just say that?
The template of the game show.
Sorry.
That you say, let's go to the movies, George. I say, what movie are we going to see, Mommy? And then you say what movie it is. And so far, this has been the most challenging part for both contestants.
Well, I wasn't listening because I'm drunk.
But this sets the table very nicely for our third contestant, who could score some major points just by adhering to the very simple setup as established in the bylaws of this game show.
Let's go to the movies. George,
What movie are we going to see, Mommy?
Bringing Up Baby.
Okay, we have a tough decision to make. Technically, that was perfect. And there were some stumbles, just in the basic aesthetics of the first two answers, but very different choices of film, and we have to factor that in. Bring Up Baby, that's the one with the monkey? Tiger. What's the one with the baby? What's the one with the monkey that I'm thinking of?
Bedtime for Bonzo.
No, it's a different monkey movie.
Dunstan checks in.
No. Oh, yeah, let's check this out. Patrick?
When did Bring
Don't
Up
have
Baby?
Oh, you don't have it? When did Bring Up Baby come out? Siri?
30s we're hearing? 38.
When was it re-released in cinemas?
When was Bringing Up Baby re-released in cinema?
That's when the first rough cut of Star Wars came out. It's a good choice. Some Like It Hot is very sophisticated. But I liked the choice that you brought it onto theme with the dry heat of Modesto, California. And the dialect work was superb.
I don't know about that.
And I will say that despite a few slippery moments, I think your choice of an animated cartoon that was frequently re-released in theaters carried the day.
Wow.
Wow, indeed, Mommy.
Stand up, take a bow. We gotta take a bow. Oh my gosh.
Andy, how are we doing on time?
I think we got 4 minutes left.
4 minutes.
4 minutes? Exactly?
Precisely. Time for
All right.
the denouement.
Yes. Time for the denouement. What are we wishing for the weekend? Let's end with weekend wishes. This is a segment we like to do, we've never done before. Where we make a wish for something that we hope will come true in the next 2 or 3 days. Are you traveling tomorrow? Monday. So you have the whole weekend in Edinburgh just to enjoy things?
Yep.
You should come to my show.
What?
Come to my show. Come to George's prom. I don't have a flyer.
I'm getting a great taste of you now.
Oh, there we go. There's a flyer.
You're full. You're full up.
I got room for more, George.
You don't have to say that, but convince someone else to go see it.
Oh, yeah. No, George.
Pay it forward.
George prom.
Is that your wish for the weekend?
That your show sells out.
Oh, fantastic.
And I have sex.
You've already used your wish. You'll have to earn that. But at least you'll know if and when it happens that it's like, well, this isn't just the wish kicking in.
Yeah.
You're a master of lore.
Very satisfying.
Yeah.
Earn this.
Yeah. What is your wish for the weekend?
I'm really looking forward to Sunday after the shows when everyone's done and everyone's. I want to get drunk and climb up Arthur's Seat and make out with somebody.
You're gonna climb up?
What?
You're
Yeah.
gonna climb the hill?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I tried to climb that hill recently.
Big.
I got all the way to the bottom of the hill, which to get to it was like what felt like a mile-long walk at like a 10-degree. It was like the worst possible angle to walk for more than a minute. And I got to the bottom of it, and I just said, I can't do it.
Oh, but George, who got to the top?
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I didn't
Alone?
have that. I didn't earn that.
Yeah.
Huh?
Alone?
No.
Solid half theater applause though.
Yeah, that's fine.
50% sat that one out, Patrick, and you know it. It's maybe the worst sound in the world.
What a way.
No applause. This is the thing. For a lot of your performers, you'll know this. Half the audience applauding is in its own way worse than no one applauding.
Can we try all three?
What?
And we'll see how they feel.
Yeah, let's try all three. So first, no one applaud.
Well, hang on. I'll say the line. Yeah, I climbed all the way up.
What? Let's do it, but without the laughs.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that really scientifically threw off the whole process. Okay.
Yeah, I climbed all the way up.
Okay. Now everyone clap.
Yeah, I climbed all the way up.
Now,
No.
this is going to take a tremendous amount of group mind to actually achieve this.
Do last names A through M clap, N through Z.
The smartest man in the world.
Some of us went to church potlucks where salty dishes and sweet dishes needed to be.
All right, so you understand
distributed.
last name starting with A to M, don't clap, N to Z. Is that right?
Yeah.
Good balance. Okay, so everyone got it? They know their name?
Yeah, but I made it all the way up. It's still too much.
It's still
It
bad.
still felt good.
It's a ba-
Okay.
Oh yeah, let's do it this way. Let's start with first name. Same. Let's flip it though. Let's flip it. The clappers and the non-clappers.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, but I made it all the way up. That's a little bit sadder.
You've had a lot of time to think of your weekend
Yeah.
wish. And since it's the last guest wish, it's got to be great.
World peace.
This weekend,
This weekend.
we gotta
Yeah.
move quick.
Post Fringe.
Yes. But in a monkey's paw sort of way, it's only for this weekend. Which means war breaks out on Monday.
It's kind of worth it.
Yeah. Still not bad,
Not bad.
right? Yeah. And Patrick, do you have a wish to close off with?
Yeah, we have a bunch of show posters that we're selling after the show. They're signed by all of us. George, Watto, and Patrick. And I don't want to fly back with them. So if you see Allegra at the end, she'll have them for sale. And they're very cool. They're for The Bear and the Drunk Dealer, the play that you guys were doing this month.
Yeah. And that was a wonderfully practical use of the wish.
Thank you so much.
For those, and we've discounted the posters slightly, yes?
They are discounted from what they were in previous weeks. And they're cool posters. They're very
cool posters, and we knew we were going to discount them for the last week. It's not a desperation move. It's a strategy. Genuinely, weeks ago we said the last week we will discount them.
Yes.
That's how business works.
Yes.
And my wish, honestly, is for everyone to be safe and have fun, and also come to see at least one performance of George Prov. But that's a sub-wish. See, you didn't know you could do that. But you got to fold it into the initial wish.
There was a
you
pretty
can't make
strict
the
rule, and you're kind of breaking the rules that you made really strict.
It's not a broken rule. You can't make the wish, move on to other things, and then say, I also want sex.
Yeah.
That's a new wish.
It's kind of like a character died, and then you brought him back to life in order to be the villain again.
Let's end on that noise. All right.
Yeah, half of you make that noise, and half don't.
But I want to thank everybody who's been so appreciative of the shows we brought all the way across the ocean to be here. We've had a wonderful time seeing so many great shows. If you haven't seen it, you can read the book, Is It Hot in Here? Let's give a little spoiler, is it?
It's temperate.
All right. This is available at independent bookstores, or you can do what Patrick did and buy it at an evil company. And please go see. Let's get the titles of the shows.
Kathy and Stella solve a murder.
At Utterbelly.
7:30.
And
Vanessa 5000 at Pleasance Courtyard, and then Soho Theatre.
For the Londoners. Woo! Yes. Thank you so much. We'll see you all hopefully again someday, and may the force be with you always.